Hello and welcome to Wednesday Wanderings. And today's session is all about what are Ascension symptoms? What can you do about them? Now, I need to put a really big disclaimer right at the start of this one to say this does not in any way constitute any form of medical advice. If you have any concerns about any symptoms, please do consult a medical professional. The information I'm going to share with you is based purely on my own experience, my own learning, and what works for me, in the hope that sharing it may help you. But I am not a medical expert. I am not a medical professional. Please do not take this as medical advice. Thank you. Now, the astute amongst you watching this, particularly if you've been watching me for a while, will notice that my Wednesday wandering today is not out wandering around the park or any other location. I am right here in my home office, and there's a reason for that. And that's because I am experiencing my own Ascension symptoms right now. So it felt slightly ironic to be talking about this today, and yet really relevant because it's so important for all of us who are on any form of spiritual pathway, any form of sensitivity to energies and all the things going on, to help understand how they show up and how they might show up. So I'm going to be sharing a lot about my own experiences here, but also things that I know from people I've worked with, friends of mine, people I talk to out in the collective who have also experienced Ascension symptoms. So today I'm feeling quite positive. I'm feeling optimistic, but I'm also feeling very tired and almost like walking felt like walking through treacle, or if you've ever walked on sand for any distance, walked across sand, it's hard going, and that's how it was feeling as I was walking today. I have been for a walk, and I just had this overwhelming sense that trying to record this video, share these insights and wisdom with you, just felt so wrong for me for today to do whilst I was out and about, because it was such a struggle just walking, just putting one foot in front of the other. And that's an Ascension symptom. That feeling of tiredness, weariness more than tiredness. I don't feel tired. I don't feel like I need a nap or a snooze. Please believe me, if I did, I would be right there on my sofa now, snoozing rather than talking to you. But there's a weariness, a heaviness that can come in as an Ascension symptom. And that's what I'm feeling today. And that's why I'm talking to you now from my own home office rather than out in the park or along the river or any of those other locations. So let's rewind a little bit. What are Ascension symptoms? And then we'll go into the details of what some of them may be, how they might show up for you, and what you can do about them. So at the moment, the Earth, the planet, is going through an ascension process. This started on the December solstice, the winter solstice of 2012. And it's scheduled to run, the process is scheduled to run until 2032. Now, the details and nuances of that vary and things change along the way, but in essence, it's a 20-year process. And we're partway through it. And we're more than halfway through it now, actually. And we're getting to the pointy end of it. Now, what is the ascension process? It is the planet upgrading. And that's about moving away from the old 3D ways, the matrix, some people call it, unplugging, disconnecting, coming back to our truest selves, coming back to who we really are. And we are part of the divine, of source, of God, or whatever you want to call it. Let's just pull that curtain across as the sun was reflecting off a window just opposite. Couldn't see anything. So Yeah, the ascension process. We are divine beings. We are part of the divine. Now, this isn't about a belief system. This isn't about whether it's any form of religion or anything like that. It's not about that. It's about knowing that as human beings, we are a mind and a body and a soul in one. And this ascension process is taking us from a place where we've been disconnected from our power and aligning us back into to get our togetherness as a whole. And it's doing it with the planet as well. And we're upgrading from carbon structures to crystalline structures, and there's a whole wealth of information out there. If you want more details on that, just let me know and I can point you in the direction of some really great videos about it on YouTube. But this process is hard. We're disconnecting from the days of power and control and division and separation. And we're coming into an age of enlightenment, of joy, of connection, of community, of togetherness, of oneness, of working as a collective, away from fear and control into joining together for the benefit of humanity as a whole and the planet as a whole and future generations to come. That's in a nutshell what the ascension process is about. But that brings symptoms, and those of us, you wouldn't be watching this if you weren't already on that pathway. Whether you use that language or not is that's fine. You may not, but this process, you are spiritually awake, you are spiritually sensitive, you're connecting in with those things. You wouldn't be here in my world if you weren't. You wouldn't be interested in that. And that interest in the spiritual side of things is part of the process. And that's amazing. And I'm very, very grateful and glad that you are here. Genuinely, I appreciate you. So this process brings symptoms. Now, some of these symptoms, and there is a huge long list of them that we could go into, but I'll give you some of the main ones that I'm seeing, that some of them are ones I'm feeling myself, and some of them are ones that my clients or people I speak to regularly, my friends, my colleagues, my peers are talking about regularly. And there are a few really key ones. Tiredness, weariness is definitely one of them. And that's what I'm feeling today. There's a sense of heaviness, of weariness, of how do I just get through the day? And like I said earlier, it's not about feeling sleepy. It's not about needing more sleep, although rest is really important. Please do listen to your body more on these things. And if you need rest, please do take it. But that weariness is like pulling through treacle. It's like just the weight pressing down of everything going on. And it feels hard. And again, how do you deal with that? It's the first thing, plenty of water, lots and lots and lots of water. I drink a lot of these in a day. Lots of fresh water, filtered fresh water if you can, is really good, and plenty of rest. Another symptom that is really common is a ringing in your ears. And again, as I said right at the beginning, this is not medical advice, okay? I'm not giving you medical advice. But if you are on the ascension process, you may find there are times when you get a ringing in your ears, maybe both ears, maybe just one ear, and it will come and go, okay? Now, this is something that I experience a lot. And my experience is that anytime I get that ringing in my ears, it means that my guides want to speak to me. They're trying to communicate. They're trying to get me to notice. They're trying to pay attention. Now, I am clairaudient. I actually have all the clair gifts available. And if you want to know more about your clair gifts and what gifts you have, then an Akashic Oracle card reading would really, really help you with that. So drop me a message if you want to know more about those. Clairaudience is where you hear messages. You hear words landing in your brain. And I have that very strongly. It's one of my stronger gifts. I have all of them, but clairaudience is one of my stronger ones. So anytime I get a strong ringing in my ears, I know that's a sign not to turn the music down, but to go inward, go still, and connect in with my guides and say, what do you want to tell me? Sometimes I get a ringing in my ears if I have a spirit wanting to come in, ancestor wanting to talk to me. My mum passed away last year, and she visits me every so often, and sometimes I'll get a ringing in my ears if I'm not in a place of calm, quiet stillness. I'm doing things, I'm busy, I'm distracted, I've got music on or whatever it might be. Then that ringing in my ears is a sign that actually someone wants to come and talk to me. Sometimes that's my mum. Often, many times it's other guides. I have a vast array of guides, and you do as well. So what I do anytime I get that ringing in my ears, it's a sign for me to stop, to switch off the distractions, to move away from the laptop, put my phone down, put my book down, whatever it is I'm doing, and take a moment to go inward. I close my eyes, I connect in with my heart, and I just go, I'm here. What do I need to know? What do you need me to know right now? And then the message comes through, and whatever it will be will appear. And I come out of that, and sometimes there's things for me to do or act on or whatever it may be. Sometimes I journal it. And once I've got that message, usually the ringing goes away. In my experience, like I say, this is not medical advice. This is about the spiritual pathway. So that place of stillness is really, really important to connect in and to listen. Now, if you're not familiar with how to hear your guides and how to connect with your guides, the Akashic Records is a brilliant way of doing it. It's a really safe and secure and gentle way of connecting in with your guides in a way that is held and is sacred and isn't going to be impacted by negative energies coming at you. So if you want to know more about that, please do let me know, because that is one of my specialities, is working in the Akashic Records. So and I'm very happy to help you with that. And if that's unlocking what soul gifts you have, then that's absolutely something we can do. So other Ascension symptoms, ringing in your ears, that sense of heaviness, extreme tiredness can definitely be part of that. That can also come in with solar flares. They really are part of the upgrades. We're getting light codes hitting the planet. And solar flares are really potent and powerful. And we also have the Schumann Resonance, which is the frequency that our planet, the core of Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, it's the frequency that she vibrates at. And that is changing as part of the ascension process. The frequency always used to be at a very, very low, steady, stable frequency, and it's now fluctuating quite significantly. I'll be honest, I can't remember the numbers off the top of my head, but there is plenty of information out there if you want to find out more about the Schumann resonance. But that, again, impacts our bodies, our physical bodies, and it's the process of integration that we're going through right now. So the ascension pathway is all about opening us up to more connection with ourselves as divine beings, with our guides, with our ancestors, with our past lives, with our energies, with our own frequencies. And they shift and adapt constantly at the moment as the whole planet is going through this ascension process. Now, other symptoms, headaches are really common. Headaches are really common with the ascension process. If you find yourself getting a lot of headaches, and again, this is not medical advice, but if you find yourself getting a lot of headaches, again, that may be an ascension symptom, because you're sensitive to those energy shifts and those changes that are going on. Other symptoms can include things like aches and pains, sore throats. Now, I get a sore throat quite a lot. It's been a symptom I've had my whole life. And it's my stress point. That's the point where I feel my stress first, more than anything, is in my throat. And my throat chakra gets blocked really, really easily. Now, less so now because I've learned that and I've learned to work with it and I clear it really quickly. But in the past, I've had all sorts of experiences. I've lost my voice and things like that without otherwise being ill. But upgrades and up levels cause our physical body to respond to them. And that ascension symptom of your throat hurting, a burning or a scratchy throat or a cough or dry tickle or something like that is usually a blockage in your energy system that is stopping you speaking your truth. Or there may be a fear, or there may be a past life energy block that's stopping you speaking your truth, or even a curse. I've cleared curses from many people that have been about them not being allowed to speak their truth, quite often related to witch wounds. But ask me if you want to know more about the witch wound stuff. I'm very happy to do a video on that as well. So yeah, sore throats or just a cold, a feeling like you've got a cold, blocked sinuses again is something I get, or runny nose or that sort of thing. They can often be ascension symptoms. A clench in your solar plexus, in your stomach area, is also can be an ascension symptom. Honestly, there are all sorts of different symptoms you can get, and the reality is you know your body best. And that's the bit that I want to say to you is before you assume you're actually ill with a bug or a virus or something like that, you might be, don't get me wrong, I'm not discounting medical issues, but the more you learn the language of your body, because your body will respond differently to mine. Absolutely, that's important. You are unique and different. That's the beauty of us as beings. We are all unique and different, and it's fabulous, and I love that. But it means that your body will speak a different language to mine. And what you're being asked to do is to learn your body's language. How does your body communicate with you? Is it a blockage in the throat and you get a sore throat if something's going on? Does your stress show up in your stomach or in your third eye area or ringing in your ears or whatever it may be? It's about learning you better. Because what's happening is as your spiritual body is upgrading, your energetic fields are upgrading, your physical body has to integrate and work with that. And it's different and it's strange. And your body's going, oh, hang on a minute, what do I do with this? So how can you mitigate those? And again, these are my personal suggestions. You find what works for you. For me, what works, again, I've already mentioned drinking plenty of water. Really important. Water literally cleanses energy through you. It physically moves energy through your body and flushes things out, but also it's a carrier of energy itself. It holds a higher vibration. So the more water you drink, the more higher your body will be able to cope with the new vibrations that are going on around you. Another one, a real favorite of mine that I use anytime I get a headache, and so far it's always worked, try it out, is a foot bath with Epsom salts. 20 minutes. It needs to be a foot bath, not a whole body bath. You don't want to be sitting in the gunk comes out. But put your feet, the soles of your feet in Epsom salts, and they draw out any stagnant energy from your body. 20 minutes in a nice warm foot bath with some Epsom salts in there will really help to cleanse and clear your energy and draw out any negative energy that's not needed. You want to be really good on spiritual hygiene. So things like chakra cleansing as well, keeping your energy centers clear and clean. And again, do reach out if you want some help with that. That's something I can do. I do energy clearing sessions as well if you want to. I don't advertise those, but I do them if you want them. Releasing any energetic blocks and ties is also a really good way, which again, we can do in the Akashic Records if that's something you want to do. Other ways of dealing with those ascension symptoms, again, rest. Rest is really, really important. And I know it's sometimes very difficult in a busy life to find ways and times to actually rest. But this is the thing, the new way of being, the 5D world and beyond that we're now tapping into as our beautiful spiritual beings that we are, we need rest to assimilate and deal with these things. So rest is really important, good quality sleep. Nourishment, the things that you physically put into your body, how you feed yourself, and it will be different for everyone. So I am not here to say you should eat this, you shouldn't eat that. Absolutely not. But I am inviting you to pay attention to how your body responds to certain foods. For example, for me personally, I've cut out sugar from my diet. And since then, I've had all sorts of shifts and changes, and life just flows better for me without sugar. I know other people who have tried that and it really doesn't work for them. So there is no one size fits all, okay? I do recommend moving away from ultra-processed foods. Genuinely, it's really important. Nourishment and the quality of what you put in your body it matters. This is a vessel that you are blessed with. We are all blessed with our physical bodies as beautiful beings in this incarnation, and nourishing it and nurturing it is important. So if you're struggling, really pay attention to the quality of what food you're putting into your body. Like I say, there's no one size fits all. There's only what's right for you, and you are unique. But learn to pay attention to how you respond to certain things. And the other one that I find is absolutely brilliant for integrating, particularly when we've had really big upgrades. At the time of recording this, I don't know when you're watching this, but at the time of recording this, we've just been through March 2025, a mammoth eclipse portal. I mean, just off the charts, the changes, the upgrades. We've just had Venus and Mercury retrograde. They've now gone direct. We've got Neptune just moved into Aries. We've got Pluto in Aquarius. I mean, the astrology is mind-blowing. It's huge, and the up levels and upgrades are changing us, every single one of us, on some level. And integrating really big changes, for me, my go-to is tapping. Tapping, EFT, is such a great way of calming down your nervous system, of really allowing your body to calm so that it can allow the new energies to flow. So again, if you want more insights on tapping, just let me know. Other things that are really important: nature, grounding, get your feet on the ground if you can, hug trees, they're great. Just be around nature, be around plants. Crystals as well. I mean, I could go on for hours with this. This has already been a long video, longer than I usually do these. There are so many ways that you can help yourself with Ascension Symptoms, but I wanted to give you a bit of an insight into the ways that I do it. So for me, water, Epsom salt foot baths, tapping, walking in nature, hugging trees, crystals. I'm permanently surrounded by crystals. This one's green aventurine, and I've got citrine in my ears. I've got others all around my desk right now, so many of them. Yeah, there are so many different ways that you can come back to yourself, calm your body, and allow those Ascension Symptoms to pass. So I am going to leave it there because I have gone on way longer than I usually do on these, but it's a huge, huge topic. If you want any more insights, if you want more information, if you want to access your own Akashic records, if you want me to talk about anything else, please do let me know. Drop a comment below. Please, please, if this has been helpful, please do click like on this. It really helps me spread the message to more people, because more people see the video. It's put in front of more people as a "you may like this" video, which means we can spread the word, spread the message more generally. But right now, please do like and subscribe. Share this with people that you think might find it useful as well. I hope you found it useful, genuinely. This stuff is really important, and it's part of my core. A part of what I'm about is about that integration of your mind, your body, and your spirit all together in harmony, working as one beautifully integrated whole rather than separate component parts. That's what I'm all about. That's at the core of me. That's my whole ethos of how I work. So I hope you found this helpful. And I am sending you so much love and blessings as you navigate this incredible process we're all going through. And like I say, do reach out for help if you need it. Take care, and I will see you soon.